Hey friends, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today we're going to talk about homesteading. Hi guys, welcome. My name is Holly with the Nestle Valley Farmhouse. So I am a homesteading, homeschooling, frugal living mom of 4 amazing kiddos. And if that is what you guys are here for, you've come to the right place. And please don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to get more videos coming your way. All right, so today I wanted to, it's been so long, I've been trying to make this video, and I guess I'm just gonna do it. I keep, I think, psyching myself up. I kind of feel like there's a new trend going around about basically homesteading, self-sufficiency. I honestly think it's an amazing thing. And I kind of wanted to give you guys our story, how we kind of got started with homesteading, and kind of my 4 tips to get started with your own homestead that don't necessarily involve just going out and buying a bunch of land out in the middle of nowhere. So real quick recap, I'll probably go into more depth in another video, but I wanted to kind of give you the short version of how we decided to start homesteading. So a couple years ago, we had the opportunity to build a house on some gorgeous property. And my husband, that's always been kind of a goal he's had in his mind. I don't know if it was like a goal of mine, but it was always something that I was really excited about the possibility of doing. And so with everything with COVID and just everything going like bananas, we decided to kind of start living a more simple, traditional homesteading lifestyle. So a lot of people, I guess, I feel like there's a lot of definitions of what homesteading is. In my opinion, homesteading is when you are growing your own food, whether that's a garden, raising animals, and just working towards being less dependent on other people, other things. Some people believe homesteading is like completely off grid, which that is obviously a form of homesteading. But to me, we're just going to go with the definition that homesteading is living more self-sufficient, like growing your own food, providing for your family in other means than, going to the store and buying stuff. So we decided to give it a shot when COVID hit, and it's been a learning curve. We have probably made plenty of mistakes, but overall we have been loving this lifestyle. And it's kind of funny because homeschooling is kind of fit right into our homestaying lifestyle. The kids get a lot of hands-on experience, real world learning. I can't even talk today. But it has been such a blessing. We're still baby spanking new to a lot of it. This is the first year that I've actually planted a garden, so I know that it's a learning thing, and I just wanted to kind of start talking about it, take you guys along with us. And so now I'm going to give 4 tips on how to get started homesteading, kind of telling you what we did so that you can make some choices and decisions and figure out if this is something that you would like to do. So number 1, we set goals and kind of talked about what we wanted our homestead to look like. I think the first thing you need to do is kind of figure out what you're wanting. Some people, want to go buy 100 and some odd acres out in the middle of Wyoming and do complete off-grid, build a cabin, and those are all really awesome. And some people are just like, you know what, I still want to be connected to society, but I want to have a garden or maybe get some chickens and just have a few more things that I'm doing on my own to kind of help provide for my family. Save a little money, maybe eat a little healthier, those kinds of things. So we kind of talked about it. We didn't write it down necessarily, and I kind of wish we had, just kind of what our main goals were. And so what we decided with, we have a couple kids that have some medical needs, and so we decided that our biggest thing was we wanted to be able to provide better quality food for them, and also with COVID and everything kind of going crazy, we wanted to feel more like food secure in case pandemic, you name it. I mean, there's so many things that, and it's not necessarily like we're going crazy prepping. It's more so we want to be able to, if something bad were to happen, we can take care of ourselves and maybe take care of some of our neighbors. But also just to be able to enjoy our own, working towards our own goals of raising meat or having a garden. So once we kind of figured out what we wanted, after we figured out what we wanted our homestead to look like, we decided to really focus on simplifying our life. And this was back before we moved here and built our house. So we started paying off a lot of our debts. We started really saving a lot of money because we didn't know if we were going to be moving further away. We didn't know how much down payment we might need. Originally, we were just going to buy property and kind of sit on it for a while, but things ended up working out to where we were able to buy and build at the same time, because sometimes it's hard to just buy property. You almost have to get a loan that you can buy. It's like a construction loan that includes the sale of the property. So that's what we decided to do. So like simplifying things. And also I was still working full time, but I did not quit my job until we had gotten like our big debts paid off. Like one of them was, of course, our student loans. And so that is kind of goals that we work towards. So we've been probably working towards this for 5 or 6 years at least. And so working towards things, simplifying our lives, kind of seeing what we really need, what are more wants than needs, and trying to kind of set ourselves up, kind of decluttering, or just, being more just intentional with our money in the beginning, because I feel like that will follow you into this type of a lifestyle. And this is a very, there's a lot of like make do, and a lot of focusing on what you can do, what you do have, as opposed to just going out and buying brand new whatever. So then number 3, we decided to look for property. So at that point we decided we wanted to buy property with kind of these goals in mind. Like, what did we want? Now, we were actually looking originally for like an acre. And I've seen some really cool things on like Facebook or social media that show like how to have a 1/4 acre and turn it into a homestead. So you don't necessarily need a lot of property. You probably just need to buy a house or build a house in a place that allows you to have things like chickens and goats and garden and stuff like that. So when we found this property, and it was in our budget, and it was bigger than we were really wanting, but we felt like it would be a good investment. And a lot of it's forested as well, so it's not really like usable in the sense of like we don't have a big field for like cattle or something. So we decided to go ahead and get this property with kind of our goals in mind. And of course, goals will change as your situation might change too. So we really we really are happy with our choice. Like, we feel like, we have a lot of friends now that are looking for property, so we're trying to coach them through like, this is how we did it. So hopefully, you can figure out how it works for you. So found the property, and basically we're looking for property with our goals in mind. And so number 4 is, I know this is kind of cliche, but just get started. We, shortly after they shut down the schools and stuff, we went and bought a couple goats, and we bought like 10 chickens, and we basically, literally, we didn't even have a shelter built for our goats yet. We just did it. And we figured things out, and we kind of decided to just kind of learn as we go. Now, we've probably made a lot of mistakes. So, it was definitely a learning curve, and in some ways we, are still learning. And that's kind of the fun part, is you're always going to kind of grow and learn as you go. So we just kind of got started. And I mean, I have been immersing myself this last year with homeschooling, kind of doing a lot of more research on like things that we want to do. So I hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions or tips or homesteading things that you want to know about or anything, please leave them in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.